Assalamualaikum, a very good morning to everybody. So because last night, this is actually a same session topic from last night. Since I am not delivering in English, so this morning I decided to summarize the topic on how to tackle supervisor fully English, since I already arrived at my office 7 o'clock in the morning. So I decided to give a summary on the last night topic on the how to tackle your supervisor in summary. So for those who might not understand Malay, so you can actually go through this video to have some tips on how to tackle your supervisor. So first, you need to identify your character. What kind of person are you? Are you the person that can work with minimum supervision, or are you a kind of person that need to work with pushing factor? Okay, when you're being pushed, then you can work better. So which kind of person are you? And you need to work with different kind of person. I mean, if you who need to work with minimum supervision, maybe you can work with somebody that that somebody that give you that kind of also the same what we call the same treatment. Okay, the same treatment, yeah. So you can work with somebody who with supervisor who are busy, because you can do your work by yourself. Okay, but if you kind of person that lazy, okay, you only do things when somebody push you. So you work with somebody that like to chase you. Okay, so it's good for you. It's not that you like or not, it's good for your study. Okay, so that is number one. Second one is when you first meet the supervisor, please set a mutual agreement when you should meet, how frequent you should meet, once a week, once a month, twice a month, and how long every meeting should take place. Okay, like 1 hour, half an hour, 20 minutes, according to your supervisor. Make a mutual understanding from the beginning. Okay. Third, to make sure that you progress well, you very easy tips. Every time you do your work before you meet your supervisor, I always remind, read and write. Okay, always do summary, argument, critical thinking when you do your reading. So you prepare a write-up report for your supervisor every time you had a meeting, like submit to him or her 2 days earlier, okay, 1 day earlier, so your supervisor can go through your report. So every time you meet, you have the rewriting. He knows your idea was on paper, and the evidence, the literature also there to support. So it will reduce room to it will make sure when you have a report with evidence, the discussion will be on track, like you are progressing on track. People not like putting, oh, why not you do this? Okay, you are not open to new suggestion that will not bring you somewhere, because you have everything evident on report. So you can look, okay, we have discussed this earlier, prof, so it does not work well with the topic, with the issue that I have to solve. I try to solve. So we already look at this point of view. Why not next time before our meeting, I look at this point of view. So you are actually on track. So it will be easy for your supervisor to guide you in such a way, because he or she, your supervisors, know that you've done something, and you will not go back again to and open to new thing that out of your path or track. Okay, so that's good to have report. So if you my student, I will ask for report, otherwise don't come and see me. Okay. Fourth, it's good also to have co-supervisor if you don't have at the moment, because for me, because I'm a supervisor, I think it is only fair for the student to have a co-supervisor, because if I'm away for a long time, so the student can also meet the co-supervisor and progress. Okay, so it's fair for me, it's fair for the student and for myself also. Okay, so it's good to have co-supervisor. So at least if something happen or your supervisor goes away, so you still can progress well in your study, because there are somebody can guide you also. Okay, and finally, of course, you need to respect your supervisor. You need to gain her trust, your supervisor trust. Your supervisor always know best for you. It's kind like of, your supervisor is kind of like parent. Okay, parent always know best. Although you dislike your supervisor decision, okay, trust me. If I giving advice, or anybody outside they're giving advice, we are only an outsider. Okay, we thought that was the best for you in general, but your supervisor will always know the best for the supervisee. Okay, I don't want to like talk about worst case scenario. Okay, maybe one or two cases the supervisor was not good. Okay, I don't want to talk about that. We think positive. So hopefully you take these tips with you. So hopefully I wishing you that you may progress well. And also remember, maybe supervisor also human, so there are maybe certain occasion, or in his birthday or in her birthday, you give some like token reminder that you know the important date in your supervisor life, or maybe during New Year or during Hari Raya, so whatever relate to your supervisor. Okay, all right, so that's all. By the way, just for next week FB Live with me, I decided to make it earlier. Instead of 8 p.m. At night, I will do at 6 p.m. Okay, because I decided want to do it at the office rather than at home, so it's much better for me. So for next week, the FB Live will be at Tuesday 6 p.m. So if you have any suggestion, what do you want me to share, or advice in terms of giving motivation, or giving some tips on how to progress well in your PhD journey, so just leave the comment in the comment column. So hopefully I can pick up from there, and I can share some advice with you. Okay, that is one. Second, inshallah, I plan to organize a conference event on April. So it will focus on the early stage of researcher phase. So like you can submit basically an overview of your, it's kind of different from typical conference. We have sharing session on how to actually you can success your PhD from people panel that graduate, although he changing supervisor so many times, for people who graduate although he has autism children. Okay, so that kind of approach. And at the evening we have parallel session for the conference, so it is for early stage researcher only. So wait for the full details on it, but if you want to have first-hand information, you can leave your email on the comment, so my team will email to you. Okay, so see you next week inshallah. Assalamualaikum.